All right, drone video of a very large tract at Cave Hollow. This is tract 65. It is 20 acres in size, so definitely one of the bigger tracts. That's the private driveway on the property. We're quite a ways off the easement road. That's a site that's been basically roughed in with the large equipment. Um, it could definitely use some handwork as far as someone going in to pick the rocks and whatnot, but it has been roughed in. This is a gorgeous tract. Looks like we must have just a huge cloud overhead. Everything is dark. You can see the beautiful kind of natural glade, which is toward the west side of this property. Check out the maps for sure on the listing page to see how this one sits, to see the topo map, but I mean, it's just gorgeous. So we're essentially looking northerly. Can't even see the easement road. It's off in the distance there. And if you look at the aerial maps, you'll be able to tell right where we are because it's the big natural glade area, which is toward the west side of the property. It's got a gentle slope to it, but I mean, there are level areas within the glade, but overall the glade has a gentle slope. But one of the flatter areas out of any of the tracts within this part of Cave Hollow. Just really, really pretty. You can see the truck, and to the left of the truck, a huge pile of flat, basic limestone rocks. And that's what they did with the equipment when they were kind of roughing in the site. They had to pull out some of that ledge rock, and they kind of stacked them up over there. Could be really cool for landscaping if you were able to use those. If you've ever bought decorative rock like that, it is insanely expensive, so it's just kind of cool to have it on site there. It's a fairly long video that we're looking at, so I'm hopeful that the sun comes out at some point, but if not, that's fine too. This has got a long private driveway, and I think we'll do a full flyover. I assume we're going to because, like I said, this is a fairly long video. And you'll be able to see how that private driveway goes southerly several hundred feet off of the easement road. Leads you back to that nice site there. Could be potentially a beautiful spot for camping or hunting or even building some kind of cabin. You've got some great views, as you can see. This will be spectacular in the autumn when the leaves start to change color. Got a lot of different species of hardwood out here, and that makes for some really beautiful reds and oranges when the leaves start to change color in the fall. I think hopefully there's the sun. Okay, so the sun is starting to come out from behind the clouds. I just assume at some point we'll get way up in the air and do a full flyover here. Again, we're basically within the glade toward the west side of the property. So this would actually be about the high point on the property, roughly where we are. Slopes down as you go northerly toward the easement road, and also there's a kind of a cool little valley that goes diagonally across the property to the east of the glade area, and we might see that in a minute if the drone climbs up into the air. We're just checking out the view. Some kind of little mountain or something off in the distance there. Probably has a name, but we don't know what it is. So peaceful out here in private. The white-tailed deer population, the wild turkey population is great in this area. Okay, now we're gonna gain a little altitude and check this out. So we're still we're looking northerly. You can see the private drive. From where we are, it goes it's fairly straight, but then it actually dog legs once you get to the trees. And that whole glade area that we're seeing, that's on the west side of the property, essentially. And there you can finally see the easement road way off in the distance. So from where we are, the property extends to the left, extends way over to the right, to the east, and then it's bounded on its north side by that easement road. On the far left, at the base of that valley, you have just a little seasonal creek bed. not going to flow year round, but probably does have some cool rock features and formations and whatnot. And now we're looking easterly. It's a big tract. As we mentioned earlier, it's just a hair over 20 acres in size. You got a mixture of hardwoods, and the glades are going to have mostly cedar trees. Beautiful, beautiful private tract. You can kind of follow that driveway, and then it curves to the right where it connects to the easement road. You do certainly want a four-wheel drive truck or SUV for any of the tracts out here, and this one is no exception. If you wanted to add some gravel to that driveway, you could certainly do that. There's a good quarry not too far out of Gainesville, which is about 10 miles northeast of the property. So Gainesville, Missouri is the county seat for Ozark County, where we are. There we're looking at the driveway. Kind of curves off and then joins up with that easement road, so it makes it really, really private. Okay, so now we've oriented around and we're looking westerly, property on the left side of the easement road. Just a gorgeous tract. That cleared site is buffered by the thick trees right there, so you really, you just don't see it from the easement road. Maybe when the leaves are off the trees, but even then, it's going to be very private. Now we've spun around and we're looking easterly, so property on the right side of the easement road. That natural glade, it's very pretty. Could potentially be a very nice site, but you're not locked into that. There are other areas on the property as well. Just this one gives you kind of an option where you can pull your truck right in, get completely off the easement road, and get set up. But you can see those big rocks again. I believe they're limestone rocks. Pile of brush and whatnot from when they roughed in the site. We're really going to investigate those rocks. I think we see those in the ground video as well. In fact, I know we do. Those are cool. So big tracts at Cave Hollow, complete owner financing. You can go to our website. It's InstantAcres.com. You'll see this in the homesteader friendly section if it's still available. If you have any questions, just let us know.